Man, I wish it wasn't curved like this. Damn, I am a man of absolute ingenuity. Not bad, not bad. What do you guys think? I think that's going to look pretty good compared to the mismatched blue. So you got to make sure when you're doing this, get your map sensor nice and covered. Hopefully that overspray doesn't hit the car, but it is what it is. So earlier I was saying I'm a goddamn genius. I really am a goddamn genius. Oh, that's good for horsepower. Oh yeah, look at that. Ready for paint. Clean the filter. Got the airbox out. Degreased, cleaned. Here's the final result of the other stuff. I still need to untape it and then make sure everything looks good, and made the realization while I'm spray painting this on a jack in my front yard in the neighborhood during a quarantine. I'm that neighbor. I'm that neighbor. Also, neighbor's diesel truck, pretty sweet. Oh, that's gonna look so good. And of course, the one drip that I have is about as noticeable as a giant pimple on a forehead. And that was just the 2-bar map sensor in there. I'm not that stupid. However, I noticed that when the map sensor was in here, when I was looking at it, there was always bare metal right here. So that's the reason I swapped the 2-bar in, so that I could get rid of that little bit of open metal. Going back together now. Man, this paint, I'm just telling you, that's awesome. I'm definitely going to paint this valve cover black also. The back one's already painted. However, I just haven't wanted to uninstall the high pressure fuel pump. And I've got gaskets already. I've probably had them for a year now, but maybe eventually it'll match. Got everything mostly back together, just waiting on this to dry so I can put it all back together. Definitely going to match the calipers, but absolutely not doing that today. I've realized that the paint is like super fragile, so I'm going to need a ridiculously heavy clear coat for it if it's going to even remotely last on the calipers. So that should be a nice addition. Be all matchy for once, you know, with my super clean paint car show status. I definitely didn't miss the garbage fucking fitment of the J2 intake. God. I really hope that EcoBoost Power Parts, when they bought this design, really made it a lot better fitting. I know it's still a pain is what I hear, but holy crap, this is like an inch off from being like good. So it's like a complete bitch to get anything aligned properly. Like, look at this shit. It's like basically binding up garbage, but still better than stock. That's for damn sure. Also, without raging some more, this is the stupidest design I've ever seen that I know Mike Bambick doesn't do. But he's got a mount going from the piping to the thermostat housing. So when you loosen that bolt right there, it likes to pour coolant out. That's retarded. And also, this is where I put my nitrous solenoid. Got a piece of film that hides it, because sleeper. And then I guess if we're exposing secrets, that's where the methanol is. But, like in the previous video, scared as heck to run nitrous because it's going to rod the motor. And I'm not going to act like I fabricate anything. So, I mean, I understand that mistakes are going to be made when it's like a one-off part. I mean, he made like 27 of these things, so he just kind of tossed it together and then threw it out. but like the thermostat housing, like that's pretty fucking, like, even I know not to do that. Like who loosening a bolt to add an intake wants to have coolant go everywhere? Like, that's some shitty design. And then these don't even line up very well. Thank fuck nobody will see that. And then, like, the pipes don't fit into the filter, which is fine. So you just get like another, like a little coupler to sleeve it so that it'll fit the filter. I get that filters aren't made specifically for intakes. So, I mean, I understand that. But, like, went to like Home Depot, got some like couplers and cut them in half, and like, bro, look at this. Garbage. That's ridiculous that this would end up in like a $500-600 product. That's insane to me. But at the time, it was the best intake you could get, and it made a heck of a difference over basically any other intake. So I'm glad that Mike bought it up at EcoBoost Power Parts, because if he didn't pick up the project from where it was, then I'm afraid everybody would be buying these garbage intakes. So that's my gripes with the J2 intake. If you think I'm stupid about it, just comment down below. I read all my comments. But anyways, I'm going to do calipers like I said, but that'll definitely be the next video. But just put my nitrous jet back in for my non-existent nitrous system, considering I don't have a bottle in the car. But like I said, paint's kind of fragile. Had a couple casualties and a couple no words said, but should be good to go. Oh yeah. Let's take a step back, kind of check it out. Get that. See? No nitrous. And while I see it, we need to put that bad boy back in. Oh yeah. That's so much better than the 4 different colors I had going on. Oh yeah. Once I get that valve cover painted, I don't know, I might go full ricer and paint some other things burnt orange also. Ooh, I could go full ricer and do the strut bar. I'm just kidding, I don't think I'll ever do that. But there's the metallic burnt orange, maybe even a copper. Kind of depends. But oh man, that's so much better. I wish that little drip wasn't there, but it is what it is. It was a learning experience. Everything looks hooked back up. Whenever you take out this pipe, remember I always put that back on, put a zip tie on it, because it's got a reputation of popping off, just like me. Just kidding. So join me next time for calipers. Got R1 brakes and pads, and then paint up those, get a heavy clear coat, cover them up, and then have a nice matching car. I also need to get the inside clip for that, because I've taken off the bumper all the time. It's kind of worn out. But oh dude, that's got to be like another, I'm going to say 64 horsepower, so I can say I'm 600 all-wheel horsepower. So easy 64 horsepower.